Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking chakras and the shadow, but before we do that, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path, and if you want to do just that, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you feel that the time is right for you to start learning Wicca, and the time really is right for getting stuck into your spiritual practice, then join the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. We're a group of like-minded people and we go right from the very beginning right through the practices of Wicca to help make it a practice for you to bring more joy and peace and love and connection into your life. So if you're struggling knowing where to start, what to do, and how you can really get that sense of connection through your practice, then take a look at the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. The link is in the description field below this video. The word chakra is a Sanskrit word which in English translates roughly as a wheel. So when we think of chakras, we think of these spinning wheels of energy. And you're probably familiar with the common 7 chakras, but there's chakras in your hands, in your shoulders, in many places of your body. So it's not just the 7 main chakras that you have other chakras as well, but we tend to focus on the 7 main chakras because they are pretty much where all of the main energy is being circulated and distributed throughout the body. The word chakra also relates to the lotus, or the word lotus. And the lotus is a really beautiful image of our growth as spiritual beings in this material plane, and also our growth as conscious beings. It really is a great metaphor for that connection of the shadow with the light, because the lotus has its roots deep within the earth, the mud of the pond, and the stem rises up through the water, and then you've got the bloom of the lotus on top of the water. You never see the roots in the mud, you only ever see the beauty, but it needs to have its roots in the mud for its nutrients and through its strength and its power. So you've got a beautiful analogy there of the shadow being really the seat of your power. So when your shadow is functioning properly, when you are connected to aspects of yourself that have been deemed to be unacceptable in the world, when you've worked on integrating them and turning them into positive aspects, then you can bloom just like the lotus. And the chakras can help you do just that. So what they are energy centers. They're bioenergetic centers, and they help bridge the more material matter with more subtle matter. And whilst we give them colors and we see them as different colors, the colors really represent more the frequencies of each of the chakras, and as colors do have different frequencies. So for example, red has a much slower frequency than, say, the color blue, for example. So these colors resonate with the qualities and the functions of each chakra. It's not that they're necessarily those colors, it's just that they resonate with similar vibration to those individual colors. And when you look at the colors, they're very much the colors of the rainbow. And the rainbow does have a significance. The rainbow light is what comes from source consciousness, or the greater consciousness, and it filters down into the mundane. And when it comes to working with the chakras, what we're doing is to become conscious of this amazing qualities that we have, to become conscious that we are really source energy, having a human experience. We need to awaken to this. And the whole awakening, that the Kundalini awakening, is connected to the goddess Kundalini. Now, she's a serpent goddess, which is very interesting. And what she represents is the evolutionary life force that is within all of us. And as she awakens, she does the dance of transformation up the central axis. And this dance is basically bringing that rainbow light into the core of our being and awakening us to who and what we really are. this energy, this core is like the axis mundi, and it's explained as being like the axis mundi. And the interesting thing about the axis mundi being the central axis of the world that is within each and every one of us is that in the Chaldean oracles, Hecate is considered the axis of the world. So we've got a connection with the serpent goddess Kundalini, also with Hecate as well, which is an interesting connection that I have yet to explore in more depth. But when you look at the many aspects of Hecate, she seems to be in pretty much everything, because she is the earth, she is the sea, she is the Empyrean realms of the sky. She embodies just about everything, both spiritual and mundane and chthonic, all in one. So there's a connection with the practice of working with our chakras, working with our shadow work, which is something that Hecate is very, very much connected to, at least in my practice with her anyway. And it helps us realize who and what we truly are, which is really spiritual beings having a human experience. We are here to remember who we are. We have amnesia, we've forgotten who we are, which is fine. We can remember who we are, and doing the work with the chakras is a way of helping us not just awaken who we are, but also help bring more health and vitality to our body as well. Because what the chakras also do is deliver the pranic energy or the chi energy to our vital organs and to the proper functioning of our body. So when it comes to health, the chakras are really important, because each chakra aligns to different organs of the body, different glands and different functionings of the body. And when we've got ailments or diseases in different parts of our bodies, you can bet that there's something going on with the chakras. Now, like the lotus can either be closed or it can be open, and it can be blossoming. The chakras can be overactive or they can be underactive. And the whole idea of working with the chakras is to get an alignment with them being not too overactive and not too underactive, but having that nice balance in between. And there's so many different ways that you can work with the chakras. The way that I work with them is more to do with the shadow work, because our emotions and our thoughts and our beliefs, our perceptions, and the way we've been programmed, literally programmed from childhood to perceive the world and to perceive ourselves, affects our chakras. Our chakras will be affected by the traumas that we've grown up with, and everybody to some extent has had trauma in their life. Some have had way bigger trauma than others, but we all undergo the trauma of the self, meaning that we all go through the problem of not really being able to express who and what we truly are in the world, because a lot of it isn't acceptable. And we've also got to learn how to navigate our way through following the ego and following our true self. And this leads us to having to do the shadow work. So this work on the shadows, on the chakra, and understanding that each chakra has like a shadow quality to it, and that when we do the shadow work with each chakra, we can then help release whatever's blocking that chakra and help bring it more into balance. Our beliefs inform our brain how to react to things. So the emotions that we have are a reaction to our beliefs about the world. And our beliefs do come from our perceptions. So our perceptions do create or influence our beliefs. Our beliefs definitely influence our emotions influence our behavior, and our behavior influences our experience in the world, which then influences our perceptions, and it goes around in circles. So when it comes to working with the chakras, a lot of people like to focus on the top three chakras, which is the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra, and generally the heart chakra, because these are deemed to be more spiritual than the lower chakras. But when you're working with the chakras and you're wanting to really build that alignment, it's so important to work with the lower ones and to work with them first, because the root chakra is really the root of our feelings of safety and security in the world. It's our connection to our physical body, and whether we like our physical bodies or whether we hate our physical bodies, how we feel about our physical body, how our foundation is in the world. Do we have a solid foundation? Are we able to get the material needs that we need? Are we able to function materially in this world? So are we able to have the money we need, the resources we need in this world? That's all the root chakra is about. It's about our foundation and having that solidity and that sense of solid security in the world. And when we don't have that, which a lot of us don't, especially at the moment, then we're going to have problems, not just physically in the lower parts of our body, in the feet and the legs and the knees and the rectum and even parts of the kidney, adrenals. We're also going to be feeling very disconnected from the earth and very ungrounded, and that's not a good place to start, because each chakra influences the next one above it. So if you've got issues going on in the root chakra, that's going to affect the sacral chakra, it's going to affect your solar plexus, the heart chakra, throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown. So that's why we have to start at the bottom, start at the beginning, which is with the root chakra, because if you can start to work with that and feel more secure and have more of a foundation, then the other chakras can start to also align better as well. When it comes to our vision, our third eye chakra, a lot of us want to open that up because we want to become more psychic. We want to be able to see things more as they are rather than how we have been told they are. And so a lot of us will just want to jump into the third eye. How do I open my third eye? Your third eye is so influenced by your root chakra and all of the other chakras below it that it's very difficult to open that third eye and really have a balanced view of what you're seeing and seeing clearly when you haven't got the alignment or the balance going on in the other chakras. It can even block you from being able to fully open your third eye to reality, because there may be fears that are in the way that are stopping you from opening up, and there may also be perceptions that you need to deal with in various different chakras below the third eye to actually help you really be open to what the universe may really look like. So that's one way that the lower chakras can influence the higher chakras. They can weigh you down and in a way prevent you energetically from really connecting to source energy, to the god and goddess, into yourself as well. So that's why it's so important to start with the root chakra. It's just to have that solidity and that foundation. And our family of origin and how we grow up is very connected to our root chakra. How safe we felt with our families, how safe we felt in the world growing up really influences our root chakra. So that's why it's really important to start focusing on that first. I love working with the shadow aspects because with each chakra you've got particular things that they govern. So as I said, with the root chakra, it's about safety and security. So if you have trouble with money, if you have trouble with getting material resources, if you don't feel safe in the world, if you don't feel like you have a right to exist, or you don't feel deserving of things, then that means there's things that you can do with those energies in the root chakra. And by addressing those beliefs that will be causing you to have these issues and these problems, you're actually also healing and balancing the root chakra at the same time. With the sacral chakra, you're dealing with desire, you're dealing with sexuality. So there's a lot of shame, of course, and guilt around that we have grown up with in the world. So healing that and accepting our vulnerabilities as well is a way of healing that chakra. The solar plexus is the seat of our power. That's where we feel empowered. That's where we have the willpower to do things and the will to be able to direct our magic when we're doing magic. So that's really important to then balance as well, because we need to feel like we have a sense of our own power and we're able to stand in our power. Our heart chakra is all about love and compassion. It has a huge energy around it, and it can really be a game changer with your magic and be a game changer with who you attract into your life and who you are and how you see the world. The throat chakra is where we speak our truth and express our creativity. The third eye, of course, is our visionary. That's where we have the vision of the reality, the truth of what things really are, where we can have a vision for ourselves and remember what we came here to do. And of course, the crown chakra is where we connect to all and everything and feel that connection. So we're working on the chakras. It just helps us align to who we truly are and be connected to Kundalini and to the goddess, that beautiful creative energy. There's so much more I could say about the chakras, and I'm definitely going to be doing other videos on individual chakras so we can go into more depth, because it's more than just, you know, seven wheels of energy. There's a lot to the chakras, and it's incredibly exciting and fun to do. I've just started opening up one-on-one coaching for shadow chakra healing. So if you're interested in doing a deep dive into chakra work and you want to find out where maybe you've got imbalances in your various different chakras, then have a think about how much work you want to do on that. And if you just want to know what all of this shadow chakra work is about and how it may benefit you, then I am offering free 30-minute consultations with me, one-on-one over Zoom, where we can get together. I'll ask you quite a few questions to just help get a sense of where your energy blockages might be, and then how you may be able to move forward to be able to work on your shadow work and working with your chakras at the same time. So if you're really interested and serious about working with your shadow work and you're interested in doing that with your chakra alignment, then take advantage of the one-to-one coaching that I'm offering. The link to my email, so you can email me, just let me know what you're looking for, what maybe you're struggling with at the moment, and then I will give you the link to my calendar and you can book a time. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.